Hello, my name is Ben and I'm from Durkin Fencing Academy, and today I'm going to show you all of the equipment for all three weapons in fencing, and I'm going to show you the basics of how to put them on and how to take care of them. Begin starting from the base level is the chest protector. Chest protectors are only required for small kids, usually under the age of 12, and for female fencers. So to put it on, you just put it over your head and put your arms through, and it just helps protect your chest against people hitting you with swords. The next piece of equipment that you put over it is the plastron. So this is necessary for tournaments. Just like the chest protector, they check for this. Even if you're already wearing your other equipment, they make you unzip to show that you're wearing it. So for this, you just put your arm through, and then you put the straps around and tighten it. Next is the knickers. Despite what some people might tell you, they are required for all three weapons. They're just like normal pants. You just stick your legs through, put the straps over, and you can usually machine wash these as well as for the plastrons. On top of your knickers and on top of your chest, you have the white jacket. So you stick your legs through the loop on the bottom, this loop, and you just put your arms through the sleeves like so, zip it up, and attach the Velcro at the collar. These can be machine washed, and they're necessary for all three weapons. They're the base level for foil and saber, meaning that on top of this you put your lamé, whereas for épée this is your most outer layer. Next is the lamé. There are two different types of lamés. One is for saber and one is for foil. The difference is foil lamés are sleeveless, while saber lamés have sleeves. Another difference is that saber lamés don't have conductivity over the crotch area, whereas foil lamés do. So to put this on, it's the same thing as the white jacket. You put your leg through the loop, arms through the sleeves, you zip it up, and attach the Velcro at the collar. One thing about lamés is on the back, there should be a tab. When I show you the mask cord, this is what you attach the mask cord to. For lamés, you cannot machine wash them. You can wash them in woolite. Most people don't wash their lamés very often because it has a separate process and because it's the most outer layer, so it's kind of like washing a coat. Next necessary piece of equipment are gloves. So there's two types of gloves. There's the glove for foil and épée fencers, which is not at all conductive. So there's nothing with electric, while saber has the wrist part of the glove being conductive. So gloves, you need to make sure that they still have enough extra padding inside this part of the glove to help protect you, and you don't want to use a glove that has holes in it either. Because saber gloves have the electric part, again, you can't wash it in the washing machine, you need to use woolite, whereas for the foil and épée gloves, you can just use the washing machine most of the time. Next up is the mask cord. It has two clips. One attaches to a tab on the lamé and the other end attaches to your mask. It's only used for foil and saber and is not necessary for épée. In my left hand is a foil. So there are a few differences between this and an épée. As you can see, they have different guards. An épée guard is much bigger than a foil guard, and the part where the blade goes through is off-centered, whereas for a foil, it should be in the center. They both have the button that I was mentioning on the end that you have to press in order to score a point, and there's a long wire that runs through it, which is very easy to break and have a misconnection. On this side is where you plug in your body cord, and there are a couple of different grips for épée and foil. There is the French grip, which is like a saber grip, which is pretty self-explanatory on how to hold, and then there's the pistol grip, which looks like this, where you put your thumb on the thick end and you just wrap your other fingers around it. On the other hand, a saber is much easier to assemble and much easier to fix. So when a saber breaks, it's usually the actual blade cuts in half as opposed to a cord not working because there's no cords that run through this. A saber only uses the French grip, not a pistol grip, and it wraps around to the other side so that you have the guard covering part of your fingers as well. For saber, another difference is it doesn't have a button. It should wrap around, the blade should wrap around at the end. It should wrap around so that if you're righty, it goes like this one around to the left if you hold it straight out, whereas if you're a lefty, it should wrap around in the opposite direction. For a saber, this entire part is conductive. Another difference with the saber blades is there are two different sizes. There's size 5 for anybody who's an adult or anybody who's above the age of 10 years old, whereas if you're under 10, you should be using a size 0 or 2 blade, which is the only difference is that it's shorter. Next are the masks. There's 3 different types of masks. In order, the ones that I'm showing you are for the 3 different types of weapons. So you can probably notice that the main difference between these is how much of the mask is conductive. So for épée on one extreme, none of this mask is at all conductive, whereas for saber, the entire mask is conductive. Foil is kind of in the middle. You can see only the bib is conductive, and this is because of what the target area is for each mask. You can wash them inside the dishwasher, not the washing machine. But for these 2 masks, you can only do that if you detach the bib first. So these particular masks don't have detachable bibs, so you cannot do that. You have to wash them the same way that you would a Lamé in Woolite.